Hi, my name is Alvin Matthew. This is part of a 10 lab series which demonstrate how to shift a website and database into the AWS cloud from the local machine. This is the fourth lab and this is a walkthrough on how to configure a system to use Simple Queue Service (SQS). For that, select SQS from the Services dashboard in AWS and click Create a new queue. Name the queue and leave the default setting as it is and click Create. Now click Send a message and give a message body, for example test, and click send message. After that, click view or delete messages and click on start polling to see all the messages that was sent to the queue. After polling, the test message will be displayed in diner orders queue. Now close the window and open up your project in Microsoft Visual Studio. Open up the Dynastore project. Now navigate to checkout.aspx page. It's inside the secure folder. Open up checkout.aspx. Now in the checkout.aspx page, remove the code from line 66 to line 126. Both these lines should be included while you remove it, and it should be replaced with another set of code that was provided to you. This code inserts order information directly into the database, so it doesn't scale well. The replace code inserts order information into the queue so the system can handle bursts. This is a text file where I have copied the new code. I'm just gonna copy this and paste it in line 66. Now this is the code that I have pasted in Visual Studio checkout.aspx page. Inside this code, a line called request.queue URL can be found. You have to actually get the URL from AWS queue and paste it here. So go to AWS queue and copy the URL of the created queue and replace it with your queue URL here. Now insert these three using statements into the checkout.aspx page. Just arrange these using statements accordingly. After that, we have to right click Dynastore reference objects and click on manage NuGet packets. We have to install JSON.NET package. That's why we are doing it. This JSON.NET allows the shopping cart to be serialized as a JSON object and added to the queue. Browse for this JSON.NET packet and click on it and click install. Click OK. Now the package is installed. After this step, we have to add credentials to dynastore web.config file. Select dynastore web.config file and insert these three lines into this web.config file. These three lines I have copied to this text document. One is an AWS region line. We have to provide the region where our queue server is, and after that we have to keep the access key and the secret key. This should be done on the 53rd line of the web.config file. After that we have to browse using the default browser, which may be Google Chrome or Internet Explorer. We have to go to Dynastore website, create a user if it is not already created, and give a username, password, security questions. This actually checks the queue server by creating an order. First we create this user and select some dinosaurs for purchases. Add them to the cart and add a few more dinosaurs. Now check out. While checking out, you should provide the credit card details, provide a fake credit card detail, and click buy now. Now the queue should be created in our queue server in the cloud. You have to go to AWS and check the queue. Click on view or delete messages and click on start polling. We can see a new order has been created about test message we sent before. After this, we have to add a new application to the project that can pull the orders from the queue. For that, we have to download an order processor file, and it should be added to the project in Visual Studio. This console project code pulls the message queue from up to 10 messages at once and deserializes the JSON objects back into the shopping cart objects, deletes the process messages, and adds the orders to the MySQL cloud database. For that, click on Add, click on Existing Project, and select Order Processor. Now click on program.cs in Dynastore Order Processor file. Copy the queue URL and select the program.cs and replace this queue URL in request queue URL and batch request queue URL lines. Both are separate lines. We have to find it in program.cs and replace it with our cloud URL. Now click on app.config in the order processor file, and we have to copy these three lines and paste it in there. These are AWS region and AWS keys, like we have done before in this lab. Now right click on order processor and click on setup as startup project. I am using Sydney region, that's why I am providing AP Southeast 2. Now right click on order processor and click on properties. Click on signing and untick the sign the ClickOn's manifest. It will avoid any errors related to that. Now we have to click start. As you can see, I am facing some errors here. These are mostly related to NuGet packets. One is JSON packet and the other one is AWS SDK. So first I'm going to search for AWS SDK and I'm going to install it for all the three selections here, order processor and Dynostore. After it's installed, I'm going to install JSON packet. The version should be similar, so I'm going to select all of these three selections and install so that the versions will be similar for order processor and for the Dynostore project. Now I'm going to run this application again. I'm receiving some build errors, but the errors related to the NuGet packets are gone now. Now it's related to the definitions. The attribute name does not match the definition. The differences in name. So we click on the error and we navigate to the line where the error occurred. Now we right click on the receive message request and navigate to definitions. As we can see, the attribute name and the attribute names does not match. There is an extra S in this definition. So we have to go back and change the attribute name to attribute names. The same way we go to the receive message result definition and see that it's not provided here, so we go to the definitions from there and we see the names do not match again, so we go back and we edit the line here. Now we go to the last error and the same process is followed here. We right click on the error and we go to the definitions and we navigate to where the messages is displayed and we see that the spellings do not match, so we provide an extra S here. So all the errors are rectified now and we click on start the application again. Now it should run without any errors as we have rectified all the build errors that was provided to us, and we can see the polling has started already. Now the application will poll the messages until the X is clicked. If a new message arrives, it will be displayed here, and if you check our MySQL server, we can see all the new messages that are there. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any doubts, please leave a comment below and I will try to rectify your queries. Thank you.